say there is no constitutional responsibility of a president to instigate or to initiate investigations. The president's role is to provide leadership to every institution to do their job.
Okay, you say people can read into this and see his commitment to that. However, in some quarters, there's a growing sentiment that this is largely a political war, an implosion of sorts within the Jubilee administration targeted at the deputy president. What do you say to that?
First of all, it would be irresponsible for any person to say that fight against corruption is targeted on the person of deputy president or even majority leader like myself or any other leader, because investigations on matters of corruption and crimes are individual. Every person takes individual criminal responsibility. There is no corporate responsibility on matters of corruption. And I do not know how investigating and punishing persons who have looted our money in the youth sector in the NYS, or those who are involved in matters of maize, or any other sector would have anything to do with the deputy president, because if it has something to do with deputy president, then the investigation should be about the deputy president himself. And I am surprised that such conversation would take place even amidst deputy president public pronouncement that him and the president have given the necessary support to all the institutions to carry out the work they need to do. I think those are some of the sideshows that are meant to derail the fight against corruption and to give excuses to individuals that would be facing cases in court to hide behind political wars and political differences. And it is also whipped to try to create an impression that the deputy president does not support fight against corruption, the president supports fight against corruption, which doesn't surprise me, Sophie, because the person facing election 2022 is the deputy president. The president is no longer running for office in 2022. The reason why this kind of narrative is being whipped is, of course, this kind of emotions and narrative is being put to the public is because those who are doing so want to create an agenda around 2022 to say, even though deputy president was the deputy president of Uhuru Kenyatta, the success on fight against corruption, that credit doesn't go to the deputy president. That's why I have seen the narrative around this issue saying president himself. But it's not just president, it is the president and his government. All the entities within his government supporting the agenda of running this country, including the deputy president, including all of us who are in parliament, are actually acting according to the Constitution and for the best interest of the country.
To those who say there's a perception of corruption around the person of the deputy president, make allegations of certain things, and in the last NYS scandal, you remember there were individuals close to the deputy president that were named by then the devolution CS. In fact, during the investigations by the PAC, your law firm was also cited in as far as some of the transactions are concerned, so that there are those who say you tell a person's character by those around him.
I think that's a good question. You cannot say I am around deputy president and I'm not around the president. The person who supported me to be the majority leader in the Senate is the president. The person who supported Honorable Duale to be majority leader in the National Assembly is the president. You cannot say we are more around the deputy president and not around the president. That kind of dichotomy, unless you want to say because I'm a Kalenjin and because of my tribe, I can only be linked to the deputy president. Number two, I am more than happy because the DPP now is in office, the new DCI is in office. I'm more than happy that the real discussion and fight against corruption is coming out. Those who are dropping names, because I remember the only way my name came to the public was that I intimidated the cabinet secretary because she was fighting corruption. Now it's coming clear that that department, as from 2013, has been suffering with matters of corruption. And I would never have been in a greater position to intimidate anybody not to fight corruption, to the extent that at the moment we are having this serious scandal taking place. And I want to tell you, Sophie, that one of the reasons why the fight against corruption is undermined is because Kenyans easily chase a squirrel and, run away from and leave the antelope. If someone hears Murkomen's name or any other leader's name, once has been dropped to deputy president, they stop chasing the real persons who have stolen public money, and because a big name has been dropped, and I'm glad they think my name is big, then, you know, the fight against corruption stops. But I am glad that they are entities, and I have said before, if I am found culpable, or any other leader is found culpable, we must stop this nonsense about hiding on your tribe or hiding on your relationship with the deputy president. You've never heard me in public say that, I am culpable or I've been made culpable of anything because of my relationship with the deputy president. And I will never. If every leader in this country must be held personally liable without the baggage of hanging on the court of the president or the deputy president on any matter against corruption. And as I have said, if there is any culpability on my part or any other leader, you must carry your own cross.